Ironic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of Astrology. Here to bring you your daily astrological update for Saturday, July 12th, 2025. Should you need to utilize my services for natal chart analysis, tarot card readings, freelance writing services, or video synopsis, I can be reached at mentalchattermusings@gmail.com. Don't forget to download, purchase, and review VANIISHED. Within the anthology, you get one story, but 7 different endings crafted by 7 different authors. And we love to hear what you think, so definitely check that out. If you want to sign up for my monthly newsletter, you can find the link in the comment section on my YouTube channel or within the astrology post on my Facebook page that goes out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology. Okay, so today the sun is at 20 degrees of Cancer until around, I think like 11 o'clock tonight. Let me see. Until 11 p.m. So these are the energies you'll be under until 11. Under these energies, one can be more intelligent, fickle, and a bit fidgety. Try not to take on too many things at once, because if you do, you're likely not to get anything done. Some can see losses as it pertains to like long distance travel arrangements, or if you've been traveling, at a distance, even with family or for family. So be mindful of that. Stability and perseverance is definitely a must. It's imperative to plan before implementing anything, because wishful thinking isn't going to be enough today, okay? Now, Scorpio and Pisces placements between that 17 and 23 degrees are the ones who will see the blessings as it pertains to their shared finances, sex, their passion pursuits, endings, new beginnings, secrets, sacrifices being made, being in their solitude, or being able to come out of their solitude. So that would be, being able to come out of their solitude. And if they're in their solitude, maybe there's a blessing that has to do with that as well. Taurus and Virgo placements between that 17 and 23 degrees is going to be where the assistance and or opportunities are received or given. Those will deal with your wealth, your worth, your resources, work, your health, your daily routines, or where you are of service to another person. If you have Capricorn placements between 17 and 23 degrees, you directly oppose these energies. So this is directly speaking of you or something you deal with in career. The challenge is going to be the areas of Aries and Libra. That's where the effort is needed, or that's where the challenge is posed at. It deals with your image as it pertains to a relationship that is in career or in home and family. So if you have Aries or Libra placements between that 17 and 23 degrees, your image is being affected within relationships in career and home and family. And stability and perseverance is a must, okay? Wishful thinking will not prevail. Don't take on too many things at once. Plan things before you implement them, where you have those placements in those signs within those degrees, okay? Now, this pertains to your image, as I said, relationships, partnerships in any sector, particularly career and home and family. Aquarius and Sagittarius placements between 17 and 23 degrees. You're dealing with fate and karma if you have placements in those areas. And that deals with friends, your goals, your social groups, education, long distance travel, dealing with someone at a distance from you, or what you think and or preach. Now, if you have placements in Gemini and or Leo, that's where you'll have to go for or initiate the opportunity or assistance, provided that those Gemini and Leo placements are between 17 to 23 degrees. But this will have to do with your neighbors, your locale, short distance travel, someone in your networks of people, romance, children, fun, or even creative endeavors. Remember, that's going on all day. Now, Pluto is still retrograde in Aquarius at 2 degrees, and it's still sextiling Neptune in Aries. So you can still obtain assistance or opportunities to transform, or that have to deal with transformations related to friends, goals, and social groups. It could be something that you're determined to get, even something that you waited to receive. Where you have placements between 0 and 5 degrees of Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, and Gemini, you're privy to these energies. Under these energies, you could be determined, resilient, generous, fiery, and even honest. There can be an opportunity here to overcome a suffering or separation or some sort of lack or poverty. With fortitude and solace offered by devoted friends, you could pull yourself together successfully and rebuild a life of happiness and prosperity. One can seek out peace and harmony and attract friends who are willing to assist. Sensual accesses and passions are also noted here. Now, let's go to more of a 2-hour transit as opposed to an all-day transit. All of these transits that I'm going to talk about under this 2:53 p.m. transit will affect placements between 11 and 17 degrees. Okay, so by 2:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Aquarius will oppose Mercury in Leo at 14 degrees. So, communication. I was wondering what I put here. I'm sorry. Okay. Communication that comes in can be mysterious, sociable, cheerful, enthusiastic, fiery, persuasive, creative, and humane. Or the person you're talking to can be that way. Okay? One is committed to contributing to the enhancement of the collective good through intellectual, social, or creative work. Recognition and authority can be obtained through a cooperation of friends or with the cooperation of friends. It's important to think before acting, okay? And avoid people who prefer to just play as opposed to getting things done, or someone who just wants to play and you have to get something done. They might not be somebody who wants to play all the time, but it's just, if you have to get something done, get what you have to get done first, okay? Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus placements need to be mindful of this energy, okay? Mercury in Leo will trine Ceres in Aries, ushering in a blessing that pertains to something that you are nurturing. It definitely benefits your image, and where you have placements between between 11 and 17 degrees of Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Under these energies, one can be social, cheerful, humane, loyal, and a bit gullible. A blessing is here, but could have been hard to tell if you could trust the person or not. Still, one contributes to the enhancement of the collective good or the good of the situation. Recognition and authority can be achieved with the cooperation of friends, and someone can be selecting a partner here, even in business collaborations. The moon in Aquarius will make a fated aspect to Mars in Virgo. This affects placements between 11 and 17 degrees of Aquarius in Virgo. Overcoming a challenge within a unique circumstance is noted under these energies. Under these energies, one can be fiery, mysterious, creative, persuasive, enthusiastic, gentle, and devoted. Here, one is tasked to lend a helping hand. Tackle work before superficial pleasures. Someone may exert a negative influence, so exercise analytical thinking, as I said, in order to avoid people who set you back. One's shyness can be keeping them from being appreciated or being seen. Spontaneous demonstrations of tenderness, love, care, or effort requires rekindling. For some, this can indicate a romance with a married or partnered person. Moving along to the next 2-hour transit. By 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Aquarius at 16 degrees will be squaring Juno in Scorpio. This pertains to a promise, commitment, or marriage or partnership. If a goal is to be accomplished, effort is required. This affects placements between 13 and 19 degrees of Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus. Here, one is tasked to be kind, selfless, tactful, as well as less lazy, or not so passive. Okay. As opposed to letting others do the work and taking advantage, it's time to roll up your sleeves. A health condition that causes one to want to be alone can be causing havoc within a partnership. Here, someone is tasked to alleviate another's suffering. Whether they are being genuine or doing it to benefit their own self-interest, they're doing it. Okay. Okay, by 11 p.m., this is the last transit, I'm sorry. By 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun will shift to 21 degrees of Cancer, and it'll stay there all day until Monday morning. Okay, so this is basically your Sunday energy for you. This affects placements between 18 and 24 degrees of any sign. Under these energies, one can be more ambitious, enduring, intelligent, strong, and radiant. Feats can be accomplished. Despite ordeals, one can get out of a bad situation. One's own merits can usher in success, recognition, honors, and or wealth. One may be content as this ages, or, goes on with time as something ages. Scorpio and Pisces placements are where the blessings are had as it pertains to shared finances, sex, your passion pursuits, endings, new beginnings, secrets, sacrifices being made, being in your solitude or coming out of your solitude. Regardless if you're dealing with any of those situations, you could see blessings in those areas. Taurus and Virgo placements between that 18 to 24 degrees in your chart is where you're receiving an opportunity or granting someone an opportunity or assistance. That deals with your work, okay. This deals with your wealth, your worth, your resources, your work, your health, your daily routines, or where you are of service to another person. Capricorn placements between that 18 and 24 degrees directly oppose these energies. So you're dealing with this as it pertains to career or something you're good at. Feats being accomplished, you being ambitious, enduring, intelligent, strong, radiant, receiving recognition, honors, or even wealth, or coming out of a bad situation, or, something aging or getting better or developing. Aries and or Libra placements between that 18 to 24 degrees is where the effort is needed or the challenge is posed as it pertains to your image, your relationships, your partnerships, and things of that nature. Aquarius and Sagittarius placements between 18 to 24 degrees is where you're dealing with fate and karma in your chart. And that deals with friends, goals, social groups, your education, long distance travel, dealing with someone at a distance from you, or what you think or preach. Gemini and Leo placements between that 18 to 24 degrees is where you're going to need to initiate or go for opportunities or assistance that deal with your neighbors, your locale, short distance travel, someone in your networks of people, romance, children, fun, or creative endeavors. Okay? Thank you for sticking around for the daily astrological update and dealing with my temperamental voice. I'll check back with you guys on Tuesday. Remember, get your work done before you play. Bye now.